I'm going to try to make this video, and I know it's not going to come out right. I'm watching this. This doctor posted this video of a woman. She's a patient. She's in the ER, and she's demanding a brain MRI. And she is secretly recording this doctor because she wants a brain MRI. And the doctor who posted this recording, this secret recording that this patient posted online. So this patient recorded her experience in the ER and posted it online. Then this random doctor who's, a social media influencer or whatever, he's online like lots of doctors are online. He sees her video and he posts it as a patient shaming an ER doctor that's doing his best. So he posts this, and then you comment with however you want to comment. And then, of course, all these medical people are posting that she's a Karen and she's demanding and a mental health patient and blah, 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 blah. If you have medical PTSD, you can see that this woman has medical trauma, and her behavior and demeanor, it's all medical trauma. And it all comes from her past bad medical experiences. And the doctor is saying to her on this video, he's saying, well, you were here a few weeks ago with somatic stuff. And so he's totally patient profiling her. He's being kind. He's sounding kind and reasonable. So in the court of public opinion, when everybody sees this video, because you're louder, because you appear angry, you're going to lose in the court of public opinion, because this guy keeps his cool and he sounds kind and he sounds reasonable. He's going to win in the eyes of almost everybody in the court of public opinion. I think the truth in this video is he's patient profiling her. He's looking at this is how patients are often failed. He's looking at past notes in her chart that she's delusional, that she thinks she has things that she doesn't have. People can be buried with those comments, with those negative comments in their medical record. There's this concept in medicine that there's all these women walking around and they're delusional and they're hypochondriacs and they're psychosomatic. But I bet you most of the time they're being misdiagnosed. I bet you, maybe 25% of those people might be might be over worrying about something that's not happening. Maybe even less than that, maybe 10%. But you see, I'm seeing all these comments on this doctor's video of women saying, I have EDS and blah, 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 and this was done to me and blah, blah. Like anybody with medical, I 100% defend this woman. She's angry, she's scared, she's traumatized. But you know what? They can't see that. All they see is a Karen, right? I see a woman who's likely been misdiagnosed over and over again, not taken seriously. I bet you $1 million she's on psych drugs, and that helps to reduce her credibility in their eyes. She's got all these negative comments and about being somatic, psychosomatic and stuff. I bet you there are negative comments in there that would blow your socks off, that they're so derogatory and they work against a patient. Once a patient has been labeled like that, they're going to have to fight 100 times harder for actual health care in an emergency setting or long-term illness setting. And all these healthy people are blaming her. They're victim blaming her. I bet you if they went through her history, I bet you she's been mistreated over and over and over again. But all these healthy people and all these medical people see her as the problem. Chronically ill people, people with rare diseases, people who have been misdiagnosed for years can see the truth in that video because that was them and it was done to them. And they can recognize medical trauma in someone else. And none of these people can. And this baloney about the medical provider being calm and talking sweet and sounding reasonable when they are in the wrong. You can be patient profiling and misdiagnosing someone and talking down to someone while sounding sweet and reasonable. And people need to see through that as well. You need to see past a patient who's angry and agitated and mistrusting. The behavior of the individuals is not what counts. What counts is the truth. What's really happening here? Is she being gaslighted? Is she being patient profiled because she's got these derogatory comments in her records that they saw? Is she being patient profiled because she's on a couple psych drugs? Is she being patient profiled because she was there a few weeks earlier and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with her? So therefore, this is a continuing, she's psychosomatic. All my sleep issues, all my severe sleep issues, my respiratory depression, me not being able to breathe in bed, my severe sleep apnea, stopping breathing over and over again, stopping breathing almost every minute, and at times as for longer than a minute. Over and over again, I was not breathing. I was spending more time not breathing than I was actually breathing. My sleepwalking, my sleep eating for decades, all of that stuff was psychosomatic and a crazy person And the fact that I was on psych drugs was a bonus for them. And all the derogatory comments in my records was a bonus for them to continue to misdiagnose me and patient profile me. So I literally had to wean off all the medications to try to figure out what's really wrong, and in so doing, I realized I'm being taken more seriously now that I'm not on all these drugs. So the drugs, being on the drugs, were working against my mind and my credibility in their eyes. When you're a patient on psych drugs, I never believed that could reduce my credibility in a medical setting. Patients don't know that. Patients are, I was so naive. So all of those things, the respiratory depression, the sleepwalking, the sleep eating, the severe insomnia, the severe sleep apnea, all of those, I was being delusional and I was psychosomatic and I had a perception problem until I didn't. Until I got diagnosed. Until I weaned off the drugs that were causing all the sleepwalking and sleep eating for decades. All 5 of these serious issues were psychosomatic and were delusional and were a mental health issue until they weren't. I was literally tortured. So I will defend a person like that to the ends of the earth. We need to see her history. We need to see how she's been treated through the years, how she was treated last week. There's a reason why she's angry and agitated, because there are things wrong and she's being misdiagnosed.